Hello, everybody.
Yo,
How's everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Crazy seeing you guys here.
I know. What are you doing?
What the hell?
What?
You know, there's a sign on the door. You have to have a certain like size of head to get in here.
Oh
Yours
my
look too big.
god.
Hey, Jack, audio up, audio up. The
Raise the
volume.
roof.
Raise the volume. Higher.
Hiya! Get in! Hiya!
Higher on the volume.
Raise that shit.
The mic is at the end of the long hallway.
Sorry, we're new to this.
Wait,
This is all very new to everyone.
Jack,
All right.
hey, yo, Jack, turn the in-game voices off.
Oh, the voice prioritization off. Let's go. Yeah,
Oh
we
my
don't need
God.
that.
He forgot to do that.
Hey, off to a good start, man.
Good
Oh,
start.
hell yeah,
Off
dude.
to a good
Good
start. It wouldn't be us if it
Alright,
wasn't
alright.
scuffed.
All right, make sure we let's try that again.
What the god?
Yeah,
Good.
redo.
Good.
Fucking turn it back.
Jack.
So,
We're
first
back.
day, first time. We're here.
Mhm.
Big day.
First of all, the new pad.
Mhm.
Everyone should check out the new pad. This
mhm.
is
It's
top tier.
nice.
Shout out to
Actual.
Melon. We got Melon, Melon. It's our editor. You know, he made this map for us too.
It's
Pretty amazing.
fantastic.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's clean.
Fantastic.
It's sleek.
It's cozy.
It's cozy. Yep, that's a good
Very
word.
modern as well, too. I like it.
Mhm.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this
So-
is
Yes.
the
Out
podcast
ERP in here.
room.
Mm-hmm.
No RPing in here.
Yo,
So
Please.
we're having some communications that the audio is still very low. I'm sorry.
I can talk louder.
Oh, yeah, I
Hey.
mean, if we can just scream. It's fine.
Yeah, we
That's
just
this
scream.
fu-
Okay.
There we
Alright,
go.
Are we good? All right. So
We're good?
Do you want to kick this off doing a left to right intro to everybody?
Yeah.
As
Let's start
usual,
off with the
That's
intro.
a good idea.
All right, let's do it. Take it
You
away,
know,
Colin.
Wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You want to start with Connor?
Hello, Great Con.
Hello.
Who the fuck?
Why are you
Everybody's
looking at
over there.
him?
Where
Look
are you
right in front of
looking?
you.
Look at the fucking
Who
camera.
are you looking
The
at?
camera right in front of you.
Just
Right
look
in front of you. Just look
directly
right
in front of
you,
you.
Con.
Right
Just look right
here.
in front of you, Con.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we
I
go.
like
You got it,
Arizona
you got
Iced
it.
Tea, and I do voice acting. There we go. How you doing? Great Con. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Hey. All right.
Hey.
I'm Bobber, math teacher extraordinaire. I come, you learn, we both benefit.
Ooh.
That's how it works. And if you're naughty, that's why I got this ruler.
Oh.
Math sucks.
Hi, I'm Banana Bread. And I'm 12. What's up?
Okay.
Hey, expecting nothing less.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
I'm the Wawa guy. I'm here to ERP.
Okay, wait.
No.
Mixes
don't-
order.
Hi,
Go
I'm
ahead.
Circus. I'm the dumb one. He's touching me. I don't like this.
Right. Okay. So that's Autoran. That was Drek. You know, they didn't really say their names. I'm Vince. Used to be the Papa Smurf guy. Now I'm fucking anime. So moving on over to our resident furry.
Hi. I'm Whoop.
Hey, I'm Whoops.
I'm Whoops.
A furry, I guess.
Yeah.
There
Wait,
you
we
go.
That was very
Wait.
accepted. You
Wait,
simply accepted
what?
it.
Yeah, I've just shouldered into the meme at this point, honestly.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hello,
See,
everyone.
that's what you got to do.
The
There
Shirk
you
here.
go. See?
And
Yeah. On production,
I'm
we
production
got
here.
the Jack. We got Jack
And-
over there.
We also have, yeah.
He's having some issues.
this
We also have
yeah.
this person over here.
Okay,
He's
it's
This is fine.
This is better.
yeah,
This is
fine.
But it's fine.
This will do.
Mm.
Yeah,
But it,
pretty crazy.
Jack.
Midnight.
Jack, hide your fucking UI, Jack.
oh god.
Yeah. But yeah,
No, this is
first
good.
podcast You know,
Ladies
take
and
this as a
gentlemen, welcome
pilot.
to Midnight Central First Podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome,
it's a good
welcome.
test.
Wonderful.
Good test run. We know what
It's
we'll
definitely a fucking test.
Yes.
All right. So
Not
the first
serious.
thing I think we need to talk about is the first two pieces of content that we have produced and
Mm.
put out at this point. So, first, I want to begin with the Santa Monica Pier video. Amazing
The
video edited
boys.
by Ty Hen.
Yay!
Beautiful, beautiful lad.
Awesome.
Shout out to CD Tyhen.
Amazing.
Wasn't it his
editing.
birthday like the other day or
Yeah, I
today?
think
or
It's his
something?
birthday. I think today,
Yeah.
right?
Today.
Is it today?
I think so.
Phil's
Isn't it
birthday.
on-
It might be.
You don't even
Hey,
know.
son.
You don't even know your
Happy
son's
birthday,
own
big boy.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
I never said I was a good father, okay?
Wow.
Shout out to Tyhen.
Yeah, Tyan's
Hey.
good.
So that
Hey.
video essentially consisted of me talking with
Mhm.
Vincent Kahn saying, hey, let's just go hang out and film it and maybe we can turn it into something. And then, of course, as soon as Odoron got word of that, he's like, yeah, I'm coming too. We're like, but wait, aren't you in
I'm
Vegas?
flying in.
I bought my flight, dude.
Night.
I was trying to get that thing set up with Vince for the longest time because I was like, hey, let's go to Santa Monica Pier, Vince. And you were like, oh, dude, but I don't want to do that. I don't think it'll be good.
No, listen. It was like, I didn't think the thing is like I didn't think you were serious about it.
Yo,
Turns out you were.
I'm always
It's
serious.
calm. I know.
That's why
I'm always
done that.
serious.
I know, but at that point I was like, it's probably just making a joke or something. But here, I want to talk about like Alderman flying in. The thing is, Alderman like flew in, and he didn't have his return ticket booked.
No,
You bought a one-way ticket?
of course, because I didn't know how long we were gonna be filming for, so I wasn't gonna like fuck up the situation.
Oh
That's
my.
how I always do it. If I'm going somewhere, with
Literally Odoran.
one-way ticket. I mean,
Holy shit!
Which
fucking
essentially resulted in
crazy.
him staying at my house for an entire day. And that
I
was the
remember
Saturday
that
where he took over my stream.
I have a problem with him.
Or something.
I
That
have a
was a
problem with
good
your
one.
room.
What?
How is it your room is fucking hotter than my room in Vegas? The fuck is wrong with you? Why don't you
Okay.
have AC?
Listen, I do have AC, okay?
Listen.
I do. I just keep it at
Why
a
the
good,
fuck was it not
nice
on?
76 degrees.
I had to take off
70.
What the
point
fuck?
is that?
76.
I had to take off all of my clothes.
76 degrees
It was
is
so fucking
comfortable
hot.
for you?
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, Bobber was probably the one at the B&B at AX that was turning it up to like fucking.
No,
Probably
no, I
it.
wasn't.
I believe that now.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't me. No. Llisten,
Oh my
Truth
God.
comes
75 is
out.
good. What do you guys
No,
have
it
it
is
at?
not.
Like
At the
60.
minimum 70.
Mine's at like
70.
65.
Mine's at
I don't know.
69. Mine's at, usually at 69.
Like 65 to 70 is good. I don't know. Any-
Yeah.
Enough
70
of the
is fucking-
thermostat.
Bro, look, I just don't sit with a jacket, okay?
What do you mean, Jack? I had to strip off all of my clothing to sleep.
All right,
You
anyway,
didn't
no,
sleep
no.
till like 5. You were
Oh,
reading.
Okay.
Robert.
Regardless.
Anyways,
bring it back.
The video.
anyways,
Let's
So-
talk about the video.
the video, huge thing that we were planning for Vince's segment that didn't happen was so Odoron's mic wasn't supposed to be in, well, it was supposed to be in Vince's
No.
hand, but he also bought the fuzzy cover, right?
No, I brought
We
a
were
second mic.
Yes. Oh, you actually brought a second mic.
Yeah.
Okay, so he brought 2 mics. And the second mic, we were trying to find some kind of like a broomstick or something and stick it at the end so we can have a boom mic and shove into Vince's face as he's trying to have an interview.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, apparently
Couldn't find a
none of
fucking
the
stick.
stores on Santa Monica Pier have anything that resemble a long rod. Nothing.
I think the worst part about that was you guys could have like used like a rock band mic or something, but you used Odoron's like $150 AP 2020 mic.
You're damn right they
So the
did.
funny-
You
the funny
literally
thing
just
is-
let Vince hold it.
I was holding his AT 2020, man.
That's a really expensive mic.
Yeah.
There was no strings. There was no strings.
Yeah,
he
it
was
was
holding it in
just
his
that.
face.
And
And also, he
manhandling
literally
it.
had to carry it around. He threw it in his like little back pouch, like his like his like water pouch thing. Like he just threw it in there.
Probably got sand in it as well.
Wow.
Man,
Bro.
God damn.
This is why I don't go outside.
Mm.
Hey.
I think
I'm
you
gonna
guys
be
are
honest.
because people can't like handle your beauty.
Yeah, that's it.
True.
His
Was
long
there,
locks.
Was there any clips from that day that you couldn't put in the video?
Oh,
There was
wow.
some,
Hmm.
There
not
was some-
that, but there was something we missed. So
What was
and
it?
there's a certain part of the
Oh.
video
Are you
where
talking about the thing?
yeah,
The bike?
so
Yeah.
okay,
God.
so there's a certain part where we just got finished done filming with the fisherman guy. The what was his name? Barbados, right?
Yeah, and then do you guys
Frank
remember the
Barbados.
I don't know if you
Barbosa.
guys
Frank
saw-
Barbosa.
yeah. I don't know if you
Yeah.
guys saw Khan's clip that he tweeted out of me holding the Obama postcard and like rubbing it. So let me talk about that. Right after that scene finished, I got up, right? We were done filming that. I stood up. I saw some guy biking and he had a hat with an American flag on it and he had a mullet. And I handed this postcard with Obama to him and I said, "God bless America." And I walked away. And then they told me apparently that he threw that thing on the ground
I fucking
Oh
right
my God.
afterwards.
he fucking looked at it for 1 second and then fucking threw it on the ground.
What the fuck?
That's fucking toxic.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it's just because like I handed him a fucking postcard randomly, or I don't know if like that was supposed to imply something
Maybe he
else.
didn't like Obama.
No, he
it
looked at it. No, he
definitely
looked at
applied-
it.
No, he looked at it. It definitely applied something.
Okay.
Oh god.
Damn.
My arm is.
And
You okay?
Yeah.
oh, we're gonna actually talk about that, Vince. About the if the guest of the evening comes.
Mm.
Another thing though about Santa Monica that didn't get it into the video. If you see the intro section, when it shows my face, it shows me and Odoron racing at the Mario Kart
Yeah.
arcade. Okay, I need to talk about this. This is important. That
You
Mario Kart
lost,
arcade.
dude.
Listen, no,
Kicked
listen.
his fucking ass.
The Mario Kart arcade is rigged. It is actually rigged. It is unfair. When you this doesn't work like normal Mario Kart where you just start and you get items and you go around to the laps and win. Okay, you pick it's a random slot machine as to what items you can possibly get in the match. So I roll the slot machine, I get some stupid like green shell and banana, and Odoron gets like red shells and stars. So
No, I
I'm
was
literally
watching-
like 50 miles
So
in
it's
front of him.
RNG Mario Kart.
Yeah, I was watching the whole
Yeah.
time.
Okay, look,
Odoron
it's
has
less
3
fair
stars.
Mario Kart.
He had 3 stars. And then Bobber was winning probably like 95% of the match. Even with Odoran having like getting 3 stars. And then Odoran gets another star. And then just like kills Bobber near the end and then just takes the race.
Luck
It
is
was
a
amazing.
skill.
Oh,
Oh
wait.
my God.
Elderon, on that claw machine,
Debatable.
how much did you spend on that?
Oh,
Oh god.
my
It's
fucking
okay,
online
Odoran.
addiction came into real life, dude.
I
Fucking, I
I
dropped.
share your addiction.
I know. I dropped at least 100 while we were there.
Oh Jesus.
That's better
He just
than
kept
anything.
going. He just kept swiping his card.
Backpack, okay.
You
Yeah,
want that
dude.
Supreme backpack.
I feel
You
that.
know how much I could have sold that for? How much
Yeah.
Supreme shit is worth?
Probably like 20 whole
Banana
bucks.
is bald.
Oh yeah, 20 whole bucks.
Oh man.
Stop.
But yeah,
Why
overall,
are you crying?
You not see chat?
No,
She's
no, why is
bald.
she, why is she crying at that? You uploaded an emo of yourself being bald.
Yeah, what the
Because I
fuck?
said that I would.
Oh my god.
She's bald.
They gave me
Stop.
money so I didn't put up an
Oh my god.
Literally fueling us to harass
Frick
you more.
off.
emo. Yeah.
Enjoy
did
the
this to
harassment,
yourself.
everyone. This is
Actually
this is-
bald, by the way.
Didn't you tell us like your hair short, you might as well be bald?
And then it was
Yeah.
like length.
It was like shorter length.
Oh yeah. Do you remember what
Exaggerating.
happened afterwards, Bobber? The sushi place.
All right,
Let's talk about the L that Bobber received that day.
listen. You say it. You say it, and then I'll get mad when you say bad things.
All right. So, after the filming of the Santa Monica Pier, we head out and sought out a nice place to eat. And this guy says there's a restaurant called The Meat or just Meat. We were like, okay, let's go there. I look at the menu when we head there. Everything is like above $30, $20, $40, $50. I'm like, Bobber, Who do you think we are?
Listen, I gave fair warning. I didn't know about the prices, so we booked the shit out of there.
So we
I'm
like
not flying home.
we just yeeted out of there. We were gone,
Yeet.
and we went to a all-you-can-eat sushi place, and it's pretty good price, amazing quality food. But the problem was, they were closing pretty soon. So we had that little piece of paper with the menu and everything. We had to like sign and like get order, like check mark everything that we
You do it
wanted.
in rounds.
We do it in rounds. But
we had to
instead
get
of
all
doing
the
it in
rounds at
rounds,
once.
instead of doing it in rounds, in one paper he put four trays, four trays, four trays, four trays,
Jesus.
four trays, four trays.
Oh
And he
my
handed it-
god.
Consume.
Listen. It was the last call.
Like, on the
It
table.
was the last call. Hey, that was an important detail I was skipped there. It was the last call. They said, yo, put everything you want. I'm like, okay, I'm here with Odoron. I'm here with Vaughn. I'm here with Vince. Okay. We need some food
Big
for the
boys.
And then a little too much. A little bit.
Okay, no.
No, it was too much to the point where the waiter came up to us and he's like, "You want me to take this away from you?"
You
He
are
looked
so
at us.
fucking lucky we didn't get fucking charged extra.
Yeah, the waiter felt bad for us. He had
Didn't
like
get
a
slapped.
he had like 2 different trays of full sushis, not touched at all, beautifully looking, delicious. And he
Oh,
says,
"Wait, whoa! Not delicious. We tried that sushi.
"Oh, actually, some of them were
Remember,
like,
no. That wasn't even the problem that he ordered a lot. The problem was he ordered a lot, and a lot of shit he ordered tasted like ass.
yeah."
Because there was like the random ass rolls.
That was your fault, though. You fucking ordered them.
It was a little bit. We were
Okay.
tasting them. We were
Stop
having
arguing about your stinky, stupid sushi.
You're
Whoa.
Relax.
Sushi.
Gosh.
Sushi.
Oh, just because you're fucking bald,
I don't
am I right?
All right, fine. You want to talk about your baking in Minecraft? Go ahead.
What the? I didn't bake in Minecraft.
See,
I've
maybe
been building those.
fish.
So you're lying? Your house isn't even a bakery?
No, I made a bakery. That's a different story, though. We don't talk about that bakery. It's called the Hell's Bakery for a reason.
Maybe you
Hell,
ate some fish.
Holy
You wouldn't be
shit.
bald.
There's another video that you guys are forgetting about.
Oh. Right.
Intervention video.
Gotta go.
You get the
Hey,
fuck
hey,
back.
hey.
Get the
Oh no,
fuck
we were
back.
getting to that. We were
Someone
getting to
stop
that.
him! Hey!
Fucking run.
Hey,
Hey,
why are you running?
Beat Saber.
Get him!
We
Get
addressed
him.
a problem.
Why are you running?
There's been a
There he is.
problem.
Back here.
Stop zooming in on his butt.
What
Go sit down.
No, zoom in
Whoa,
on more.
indecent exposure here.
Stop hiding
Where'd he
behind
go?
Drek. Listen, our friend Whoops has an addiction.
Don't
It's
hide
on
behind
his
Drake.
alt account as well. His What's Poppin' Jimbo emote as well. He's addicted to Beat Saber. And we thought, it's time to address it. It's a big elephant in the room. Everyone's forgetting about it. He's addicted. So some people wrote him some letters and decided to film the whole thing. And I don't think anything's changed, honestly.
Nothing's changed.
Still addicted. Still has a problem.
One of the best fucking
Hasn't
parts
changed.
of while we were fucking filming that, though.
Oh
After I read my
God.
fucking letter, he fucking turns to me and goes, "Oh, what the fuck? You get too real."
Yeah. we were, so, I thought it was gonna be like a jokey kind of video, right? Like Vince's, where he was like,
Listen.
"You're literally the cause of global warming," and then Odoron was like, "Listen, buddy, like this is actually a problem. Like we miss you." And I was like, "Oh my god,
Can we talk about that for a second? Hold on.
what the fuck?"
Listen, okay. So my idea of the video was gonna be a fucking joke, and then so I wrote this jokey ass fucking paragraph, and then these motherfuckers bust out like this is literally Alcoholics Anonymous or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm just and
What the fuck?
I'm just sitting here. Oh shit, man! I'm talking about global warming and sweaty nerds and stuff, man. Come on.
Jack wrote a fucking Beautiful poem.
Oh, did you get to Shinies too? Shiny wrote like a fucking like essay, dude.
Yeah.
It actually made me feel bad.
Like, you
Went
guys
on
don't-
forever.
Dude,
Like,
every
yeah.
time in Discord, hey guys,
Oh,
gotta play
man.
Beat Saber, mute. So
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
actually-
it does have a
Yeah.
point.
We actually had to cut like part of Shiny's like, thing. It was actually so long. He legit wrote like an essay. It was ridiculous.
It was real, dude.
Yeah,
I love the fact that he was like staring up to the sky to like read his like notepad
Yeah.
or something.
I told him to open it in fucking OVR drop. He didn't
Oh,
listen.
God.
Dude, that was all planned, man. It was
Oh.
planned that it was gonna be content, but it was actually from.
It was
We were being
sure it was a
honest.
content idea for a beautiful video, but it was also for our dearest friend here.
Yeah.
Get
What the
some
fuck?
fucking help.
That's not what I fucking saw it as. Fuck, man. Like talking about global warming in mind and like saving the
I was so fucking confused.
Bams was really funny too.
Yeah.
I-
I also like Bobbers
yeah.
too.
I had
Bobbers
I had
was
to
really
hold
good.
myself back from laughing when you guys were reading them. It was really funny.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
good.
like- Oh, God, man. My fault is so out of place after you guys reading your fucking like Alcoholics Anonymous letter, man. Shit.
I did. The best part was like I'm not good with writing, so Bobber wanted to Lee wanted us to write the thing a week before. I was like,
He
"Ah,
improv'd.
fuck it." I improv that entire speech to you. I just
The whole
started
thing.
from bullshit.
That was a real.
Yeah, I
God.
could tell because you weren't reading anything. You're actually
No,
like,
but
Yeah.
I was
You're talking with your hands a
lot.
lot. You're like, so I could tell.
And then
Tell
you
you're
actually
making
went
it
to
up.
Reading
fucking play
palm.
Beat Saber afterwards.
I
Yeah.
literally right
Yeah,
afterwards.
All right, guys, are we done?
Shit.
It's
I
crazy.
was
Great
playing
Beat
10
Saber.
minutes before we started.
Oh my
God.
Holy shit.
Actual addicted.
So how's your global rank actually?
I'm 10 right now still. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was
Okay.
8 the other night, but then they
Yeah.
just put out some new songs, so I gotta play those when we're done.
What the fuck
Oh,
happened with the
God.
Japanese guy on Twitter who was like, I can't do it. I
Who?
can't do it. There was like a Japanese guy who plays Beat Saber. He's like only one of the like few like top ones. And
Yeah.
he posted something showing the rankings and everything. And like he's like, I can't crack it. I can't
Oh.
fucking crack the Americans, dude.
Yeah, that was probably AG Dio. There's this Japanese guy who plays Beat Saber, and like his thing is that like he always gets these really cute avatars into the game,
Mm.
and like he fucking dances and shit when he's playing, and it's so adorable. But he's actually really good too. So we call him Senpai Man,
Aw.
and he loves us. We're like training him to be the best.
Stop. Never make that sound again.
I've always
Huh?
been intrigued by the Beat Saber community. It's really supportive too. It's pretty
Mm.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean like the top 32 guys. We have a Discord that we kind of just hang out and shit post in and whatnot.
Wow.
Wow.
Fucking
Okay.
elite.
He's
Okay.
being
I mean,
Weird.
It was
being
the
cruel.
first
Yeah, it was
the
an
first invitational
invitational
Discord,
I think.
but now it's used to like it's actually how we're ranking the game now. Like,
Mm.
hey, this map is bad and here's why. Oh, this map is good. This is why. The algorithm isn't working. Let's fix this. So like it's shaping the game in a positive
It's like
direction.
beta
If-
testing.
yeah, it's good that it exists. So
Yeah.
half the time it's just us fucking it's like solid shit posting.
Fitting your
Mm.
whole hand in the VR controller.
Shout
thing.
out,
Okay.
yeah, shout out to the Beat Saber boys.
Hey.
So
Shout
clearly,
out
you
to the
can
Beat
see
Saber.
that there's like some kind of council that's gonna make it impossible for you to get to the top, right? They're gonna like filter.
They're gonna,
Oh,
they're gonna have like fucking like
They're gonna-
robes with like sabers on like
Yeah.
the
We're getting
sides and shit.
What, the
Cult.
Jedis?
We get new people in there all the time. Actually, there's
Yeah.
like the top 32 changes pretty much every day, but the top 10's usually been the same since ranking came out. There's a couple new names in there though. Actually, there's this new guy that showed up named Not Null. Came out of fucking nowhere, and he's like already challenging Tammy for rank 1.
Monka
Oh,
ass.
damn.
And none of us knew where he came from, and we're like, "What the fuck? Who is this guy?"
Monka.
What if he is
new
one
challenger.
of
A
you?
prodigy.
Yeah,
Hey.
A
and
prodigy.
Weeaboo Jones like
Dark
hasn't
horse.
played in like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. So
Damn.
he's like down at like rank 20, I think.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Doesn't even
But-
fucking play still.
But he
ranked
does
one.
that. He does that.
And then it gets
He stops playing for like 2 weeks, comes back, gets rank 1 on like all the songs, and then shoots way back up to like rank 1 or 2
He's
and then
recharging,
stops playing
man.
for 2
He's
weeks.
like meditating. or some
Yeah.
shit.
It's weird, dude.
he's like a
This
robot
man
when he
is in
plays
the
though.
temples of Tibet. Just and like comes back.
Gathering power.
Some of us thought that the Not Null guy was him in disguise, but
That'd be so funny.
Dude, you know how they made the Melee documentary? Hey, I feel like this would be a hype documentary.
Yeah, the Weeaboo Jones
Oh, yeah.
documentary. I recently did a stream where I started with an unranked account and then
Yeah, I saw that.
played all the way to rank 100. And honestly, like, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. So
How long did it take you?
I think it was like 2.5 hours, a little under.
Wow.
Dang. So it's
That's, like,
possible.
it's really top heavy. You just have to be able to beat like the hard songs. You don't even have to place that high. Just beat most of the hard songs. There's a list of like all the songs you have to play too. So it's
Yeah.
really not that hard to get ranked up. Just play the right
Hey.
things.
Hey, just be good at it.
Forehead.
Good
Just beat the songs.
You'll get a good rank. Forehead.
Just beat the hard songs.
Just beat the songs that we pre-curated.
Yeah. Easy.
What if you're fat? Can't play Beat Saber.
Dude, bro, I get
play.
you.
Freaking
Oh.
rip,
I know,
dude.
I know you're paid.
Freaking rip.
I'm fucking fat.
Yeah, same, dude.
I think another subject that we should also talk about is the new update that will be coming soon with the ranking system and everything that's been like slowly shown to everyone with the beta and everything like that. And that's one of the subjects that we should definitely talk about.
For sure.
And I'm wondering also the newer thing as well. So removal of the veteran rank. Rest in peace.
Fuck the gold.
Wait,
Fuck
hold on.
those guys.
I'm gonna have to interrupt you, Con. This is a subject that orange ranks aren't allowed to actually talk about, so you're gonna have to step out of the room.
Segregation.
Yeah.
He literally walked
sorry.
He's
out.
gone. He
Oh.
gone.
Damn.
No, but in all honesty, like, that's gonna actually happen, and it's gonna be really
Yeah.
bad.
No,
What do you
listen.
mean it's already? This motherfucker
It's
does it
already
already.
happening.
I mean,
Fucking piece of
some,
shit does
some
it.
people
I don't know-
do it
I don't
on
know
news
if-
like
I
that,
don't know
right?
if,
But, like, I feel like that's actually gonna happen the first couple weeks when it goes public.
Something.
People
No.
will actually be like, Vigor made a shitpost tweet, and he was like, "Sorry, buddy, this room's only for purples. Go hang out in public." Like,
I don't know
if I ever hear that, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yeah.
It's
Has anyone
probably gonna
around for-
happen.
I know Drek was there, but who else was around for that? Like, you know, that 50s
I was
there.
RP? Bobber was
Bobber.
there. Drek was there. I was there.
I watched that.
Yeah.
That was actually crazy, dude.
So
Freaking they were at some kind of like a diner, right? And the only people allowed in were golds and purples.
Oh my god!
Oh my
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Literally-
No.
Really?
No,
hold on.
orange people were allowed in my diner. All right, they
They
just
had
couldn't
to
sit.
sit
At, yeah,
Listen.
they
I
couldn't
will tell
sit
how
at.
it happened because I was an orange
They
at that
couldn't
time.
sit at the bar.
Talk about
Me,
Jim Crow, more
Crikey,
like
and a
Greg
bunch of
Rowe.
other
What the hell?
oranges walk up, right? And we're like, "Hey, why aren't you guys letting us in?" And then Drek pulls out like an AK. He's like, "Sorry, this is gold rules. Can't let you in."
Oh my god. Dude.
What the hell?
And Drek was purple. And I'm like, "Bro, you're purple. You should stand with us." He's like,
Yeah.
"Look, man, if I do this enough, I'll get promoted."
It was actually the funniest thing. Like, there were all the purples and the golds inside the diner, and then you just see the oranges like hanging around, literally loitering around. Like, they were all sitting around a car. Like, it was the funniest shit.
Oh
And
my
then-
god.
Like a bunch of greasers.
No, it actually felt like The Outsiders, man. I don't know if you guys seen that movie. Like,
Jesus
oh, but like,
Christ.
Visitor gang, what's up?
the thing is, like, the best part about it is the setting happened to be in like a 1950s fucking diner. Like, oh my god, man.
No.
All right, so it's also
Oh,
important
God.
to mention that, like, not a lot of people have known, but this ranking system that's in the game now and is now visual has been in the game since the very
Yeah.
beginning.
Yep.
And
Recorded.
it's been used for various different things. I think it's been used for moderation in some cases. It's been used for like research from the team or whatever. But like short term, yes, it's gonna cause a really big shitstorm, and people are gonna fantasize over getting to the highest rank so they can look fucking cool. I mean, it's the first.
that
It's the
clout
first
rank.
It's
Yeah.
the first real achievable in the game. Like, there's no other achievements. That's it right now. We've
Yeah.
never had anything like this, so people are gonna want this really bad, no matter what it is. It could be how many fucking maps you visited only, and people will just spam visiting maps. Right now, like
Mhm.
the algorithm isn't super apparent, and I think that's good because so it doesn't get gamed as easily. But eventually, it will
Yeah.
be.
Once they
But
figure it out, yeah.
long term, it's gonna promote good behavior because
And yeah,
once
it's in-
people get their high rank roles, they're not gonna want to troll because they don't want to lose their
Oh,
Mhm.
role.
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
speaking of good behavior, wanna mention about the crashers and things of that sort.
What do you mean?
What's wrong?
As in, you know, when you're just walking around Publix and
I'm sorry, you just put it where you're drinking like it was your baby.
it is my fuck off. So I go around
Immersion.
Publix a lot. I go around Publix a lot. I even when the update wasn't implemented, I always went around Publix. I always got hunted down. I got stream sniped. I got just either blasted with just sound or just crashed or GPU crashed, and it would disrupt me. And
Yep.
I didn't care. I just kept going. I didn't care. And once this update was implemented, I even went on Publix even way more than usual. And I noticed all of you have too. And
Yep.
I was like astonished. Even Dyrus, Strippin, everyone just going Publix doing
Fantastic.
whatever they wanted. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, that is epic. That is beautiful. I love seeing it. Beautiful. And the one thing that makes me amazed is when I see someone with a grayed out avatar go like this, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like,
And
"What?"
point their crash
you.
gun at you.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting there pointing it at you, and like,
And they're like,
"What's
"What
going
the
on?"
heck?
Why
isn't
isn't
it
it
working?
working?
Why
I'm
haven't
sorry,
it
buddy.
The best feeling
Counter.
ever,
Dude,
The
Oh,
like
best
yeah.
the
feeling
very
ever.
first like 20 minutes I came back to streaming VR chat, we all went
Yeah.
to a pug and we went up
Mhm.
to the stage and I was
It
looking up at this guy that
immediately
was
worked.
singing and playing guitar, and then I see this blocked avatar come up to my side. I saw it, I didn't really say anything. And everybody in the room kind of just stopped and looked at him and was like,
Yeah.
what the hell? Like, and I could tell this dude was just like screaming profanities and like racial slurs and stuff, and I was just, it saved me, like the new
Yeah.
safety settings.
Oh, that's so
I remember that
Already
was like
paying
the
for itself.
first time that like we like it was like, oh my
Right
god,
away,
this
it
actually
just-
works.
It
It
clicked
actually
for
works.
everybody, and we're like, whoa, like holy shit, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of us feel a lot more safer in Publix. Like it's just like you can like relax and like be yourself and not be like, oh my god, check behind my
you're not on
back
edge,
and
you
like
know.
yeah. Just
That's
that
one
constant
man.
worrying
all the
of
time.
like
I would always limit my
Mhm.
before this update. I was always limit myself to going to Publix
yeah.
at least for 2 minutes per
Yeah.
server.
hmm
And I
but
would
I will
go to-
say, it is not foolproof.
Yeah.
no, it is not.
No.
So
No.
when Ron was initially showing me before everybody had their hands on, he's like, come check this out, right? And he's like, come to the hub with me. Now, like, do you see everybody's different name colors? Yeah. He's like, he literally, like, we walked up to this purple user, and I was like, what's purple? And he's like, purple's like an advanced user, so we know that this person's been in the game for a while and like generally good behavior. And then like almost on the spot, just had like a hentai shader that just went like there's like animated everywhere, and then Ron was like,
But it's-
Not foolproof.
it does
Yeah.
like lessen the chances the rank system.
it
Like
does
Yeah.
the higher you go,
definitely lessen the
Probably.
the less
chances.
chance it is, and you can just accommodate that. It's
Yeah.
also good because like there's a when you're meeting someone, it's like a split second decision that you can make in your head. Like, oh, this guy's safe to talk to. This guy, like, I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about like muting my stream or like
Yeah.
blocking him because I
And
know
there's
I can just talk to him.
There's just the straight up nuisance symbols too, right?
Yeah. There's
Yeah.
that.
I love how
So-
it's a troll face too. Like on the
Yeah.
top icon, it's a troll face.
Yeah. Should work
That's
out
crazy.
pretty well, I think.
But I think the thing I
Mm.
worry the most about something like that, where it's something that we rely on as our safety net for streaming
Mm.
like public, is that being manipulated and that being like, oh, now someone's figured out a way to like bypass that, and then now it's like I can't use anything anymore. Like my safety net isn't there. I think that's gonna be really bad too. I think
There's nothing
that'll
you can really do about it though. No matter what
Yeah.
game it is, there's always going to be somebody who's going to be able to break through whatever security measures they put in. But at
Mhm.
least now it's not as easy, which is great.
yeah. That's hope. I
Because
guess.
because beforehand, people just go onto like a website, just download one little thing, and they can do stuff like that. Now
Mhm.
they actually have to put in some effort if they really want to be a fucking asshole.
Yeah. and they would make a brand new account to do it on, which
Yep.
We can
I'm
prevent
pretty
that now.
I'm pretty sure like everybody with a new account is gonna be blocked out for the most part.
They already
Yeah.
are.
At least
Yep.
when you're streaming. I mean, when I'm not streaming and I'm
Mhm.
playing VR chat, I just leave it off
Yeah.
most of the time.
The big thing was the particle crashing. Like
Mm.
everyone had that, so it was easy to just, it's easy now just to block that off. And
Mhm. Even
only
off
like,
stream, people got like a lot of people
oh
just
yeah,
crashed random people for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, what is the point of that? What?
there's no
Yeah,
point. They just crash each
always-
other.
Yeah.
It always fucking. Hey, buddy,
Makes-
just wanted to let you know you're on a hit list of the VR chat mafia.
Yikes.
We'll fucking blow up your GPU, buddy.
Yeah.
Coming
Did
after
I-
you.
I mean,
Not
yeah,
possible, by the way.
You know
It-
the
it-
one thing
It's
I
literal
used to do-
bullshit since like AOL days. I'm gonna blow up
Uh,
your GPU, buddy.
Hey, you don't know what you're messing with, okay?
Get virus.
You don't know what you're messing with. I'm a gifted virus.
It was so bad to
Hacking.
the point. Like I remember a month straight, I was always hunted down, and it would like play a clip. It's like, haha, got you now, or like, okay, bye bye, and then it'll be like weird, like ominous bullshit all the time, and it'll play and I will crash. So I tracked down these discords. I tracked down the people who are like kind of like in the core center of these groups who would like basically make these and just send it out to give it to people because they're friends. And I asked them like, why do you do this? And it's like, it's one thing was one of the members telling me that they're just tired of there not being any development with the game, with the security system. See how easy it is to just like ruin people's
Manipulate it.
day and exploit it and just use it against people. And another fact is they're just like, oh, we just like being assholes. I'm like, but stop. Like,
Yeah.
why? What's
I mean,
the point of doing
Find
that?
a new
As
hobby.
Yeah, I mean,
as much as it sucks, having organized groups of people like that to break games is kind of necessary.
Beta testings.
It
like what
forces.
breaks.
I mean, like
forces
big,
progression,
like
yes.
big game companies literally hire people to hack into them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that's a job. That's a real
Hell, Google
job.
has their own like white hat hackers to like
Yeah.
hack into their mainframe
Mhm.
networking
Yep.
and stuff like that. Like it's crazy.
It
So I guess in a way,
promotes
it is forcing
progression, and I mean, we wouldn't really have the safety system
Yeah.
without them. Kind of, I guess.
Yeah, we wouldn't need it if there wasn't any problem. They had to create a problem for us to be able to
I mean,
need
True,
it.
but there would always be
bad
one
apple, but
person.
having those organized groups that literally do it just because there is no system kind of warrants making the system.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
That's a
over and
good
over
point.
again.
But to add on to the safety system, I mean, like, I hope they had achievements so
Mhm.
it's not just
Sure.
like
Open
playtime
world.
and random friends lists. Like, make a world or like make a world that gets so and so
Yeah.
users.
Like a beginner's like achievement list of like, hey,
Yeah.
you added
re-
5 friends.
I really
That's
hope they
5
don't make
points.
reaching 1,000 friends as an achievement. I really hope so.
I
Because
don't-
I'm gonna go through my social menu real quick.
That's 5 points. Here you go.
There should probably
know?
be a separation though between like user, like what you're doing and like creating, because I feel like a lot of people like they really love this game, but I'm personally not gonna sit down and learn like how to make some crazy world.
Yeah.
So maybe there shouldn't be some kind of very linear thing. Maybe it should be like branch, but who knows?
Mm.
Yeah.
It
Like a
promotes creativity
creator
though.
achievements, social achievements,
Yeah.
longevity
like,
achievements.
Let's say the first goal is like build your own map. Hey, maybe I really want that achievement, but I don't know how to do it. Then I'm gonna take the time to learn it because I really want that achievement. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a domino effect, I guess. Once you start, sometimes you don't stop.
Mhm.
Creativity stuff.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
it could
got
be
an
a good
achievement
thing.
for being a decent human being.
I kind of think having little achievements like that could be really fun because I feel like right now VR chat's very open world and it's like, you know, talking hub and making new friends, etc. But having those like achievement goals of like log in every day for a week and then you get like a sticker to put on a wall in a world or something. You
We
know
need
what I
a
mean?
fucking gotcha machine.
Yes,
Oh,
dude,
We
crane
can roll
machines?
for random waifus.
Oh my god, that'd be so dope.
Yep.
It'd be so cool.
Let me waste my money.
But like
mean,
little things
how they
like
get
that, I
the
guess.
money.
The thing we're all waiting for, every single VR user out there is waiting for actual VR MMO. Like that's what
yeah,
we're
Yeah.
on.
for
And
sure.
as soon as an actual VR MMO comes out, then our lives are gone. Of course,
See ya.
Sleep.
it was
Oh,
nice knowing
God.
myself.
Eat.
Hey, you guys
Everything in
ever
VR.
watch Sword Art Online?
No, not that. No,
No.
not that one.
All
No.
right.
Have you guys heard of Beat Saber?
Oh,
No,
okay. So,
not that one either.
are we done with the topic of the VR chat update?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
anything
It's
else?
pretty covered.
The menu's
Anybody
good.
else some
Thank you for
points?
Oculus
listening.
keynote.
Purple
What about
gang.
that?
I mean, oh
Since
wait,
we're
they
talking about VR.
they got rid of the purple or the yellow,
The gold.
and now
Yeah.
your friends are yellow. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm Asian. I'm
everyone,
yellow.
everyone
That's
here is
cool.
yellow.
Also,
So at the end of the day, your friends are always the best.
they're all golden to you.
I feel fucking sick.
Except
Jesus.
you could just open your menu and see who's orange.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
All right, fuck you. All right.
Oh
Yeah.
god. But hey, VR chat. Thanks for updating the game. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ron,
Oh,
for
yeah.
working really hard on helping this. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being honestly genuine.
Yeah,
I
Ron
like to
messaged
see
me the other day.
changes.
He was like, I haven't slept in 3 days.
Oh god.
What the fuck?
Because the other night he was running around on people's
Yeah.
streams, just like having a good time. I don't know if he was drunk, but like he was obviously cutting it up. And I messaged him. I was like, "Hey man, how was your night?" And he was. I'll see what he said. He's like, "I haven't been outside in days." That's one of the messages he said.
Ron, pee hands.
He said,
But
"Yeah,
yeah.
I'm good. Hamming it up for a bit of fun."
Someone needs
Hey,
to,
the
someone needs to
people's
upload
man.
his face.
Yeah. He's-
Someone needs
But-
to upload his
Yeah.
face on like better
he
TV.
wanted to come on the podcast, but I think he's a little
Sleep.
busy.
He's fucking
Yeah.
schlump.
But
Maybe
seriously,
next
they do really work hard on updating things, even if it may not seem important to us. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that they do work
A lot
on.
of back
They're
end
not-
shit.
They're not doing nothing. It just takes a while. You
Yeah.
can't have everything in a day. So
But also, don't go easy on them.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it up.
Keep
Keep
that fucking
pressuring.
hot fire under their ass like we
Yeah.
have been for the last 10 months.
Let's go.
Hey,
Get my fucking playmaker!
hold on. Where are you? What's
Where's the noodles?
Dude, the
I'm
color
done.
rank memes on Twitter, man. Like for the past like 2 weeks. God damn.
Okay,
She was
I have a-
actually funny.
I have a question. So raise your hand if you'll use Vive.
Ugh.
That's
Ugh.
Okay, look at that. Now, did anyone watch the Oculus keynotes? The new
I watched
Oculus
part of it.
keynotes?
Yeah.
Watched it. What do you guys think? Like, do you like the
Disappointed.
new?
One
That's
statement
disappointed.
before anything even happens. Apparently, that Oculus is as strong as an Xbox 360.
Great.
How much did they say it was?
$399.
More than-
$399.
Wait, there was a new headset? I thought there
Like
wasn't a
same
new
price.
headset.
No, it's
There
new.
is,
It's
I think.
standalone, so it's not connected to a PC or anything. Everything runs inside of the headset.
So it's
Yeah.
the Oculus Go.
Oh,
No,
but
no,
it
no,
has,
it's
but it has
better.
tracking, and you have controllers like the actual Oculus controller.
It's like the
So
one
it's
Wait,
that,
that's-
like the
Go with
void.
2 controllers.
That's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
It
That's
is
kinda
kinda
cool.
It is
cool.
really good.
It's
It's
really
not-
cool, but like that's
That
not
was
what we
it?
need. Yeah, that's it exactly.
It's-
There was no Oculus Rift 2, which was
They had like
disappointing. That's what I
they
said.
had like
It's been
Oh, but
over a year.
The thing is,
Unfortunately,
I mean, it's
yeah,
not hard to beat the Vive Pro.
what I've heard is
Oh,
isn't that Oculus going to be like only limited to games from the Oculus
Yes.
store as
Yeah,
well?
yeah, yeah,
Think
Yeah,
It's
so
on
I
its own
think
software.
Mm.
You're gonna have to pull some crazy homebrew if you want some actual.
What's up, Tisha?
games.
I
What's up,
think
Dijak?
I think it's a really good step. What they're doing, like they are going through, not needing like lighthouses or sensors to
Agreed.
detect us,
Mhm.
and it's like it room scales automatically. Like they were saying, like it says like up to like 3 rooms, so you can like literally just move around the house, and you will still have their guardian system, so you will know where you're walking in a way. And I really think it's a really good step in the direction of improving tracking, and
Definitely.
the
Gonna have to have really good
the-
lighting.
the fact that it's wireless. In a way, they can after adapt to the more gaming grade, you know. and
true.
the more high-end thing. So I think it's like a learning thing from them, but also something that is a good entry point for people that are still new to VR but want to experience it in an entry point towards the gaming. So I feel like it's a good thing, you know. We
Yeah.
also have to
Yeah,
look
I
at
think-
those things.
I think
It's
the concept
basically-
of go ahead.
Well, it's basically we're increasing the floor. We're not increasing the ceiling.
Yeah,
And
Mhm.
we're the only reason
Yeah.
we're disappointed is because ceiling's goddamn low right now.
Yeah, it is. But the thing that annoys me is like, why is there not an option for then if it's so awesome? Why can't it be hooked up to a PC to make it even more awesome?
Well, because then it's just an
It's for
Oculus.
people who don't have a
Exactly.
No, it's
PC.
not.
though.
Yeah, that's
If
the
you put a
point.
wireless adapter
What?
on it, no, it wouldn't be. You would still be able to go throughout your entire fucking house.
It's
Oh,
an
you
have to
entry point
understand,
level.
I think,
For,
I
like,
think the
people-
concept of a wireless headset is
Yeah.
amazing. Like a standalone without a PC headset, that is incredible. And like, this is a good stepping stone, like
It
Jack
is,
said.
but I feel like there's no reason why they couldn't have that add-on so you could use it with a computer if you wanted
They
to.
said
Because
they
the point-
even said it in the keynote. If you listen to the keynote, their whole progression, it's been leading up to that one headset. Literally, they've been spending time and effort on just that one headset. So they're gonna actually have to spend a little bit more time and effort into setting that up with like a PC integration. You know,
Yeah, upgrading it over time.
upgrading over time. Exactly.
That's the end point for all the companies, just mobile headsets.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
what they want, and that's what like the
Yeah, but the
consumer
problem
wants
is,
to.
like, get to the point of where it could be a mobile headset that has the same power of a PC. That is far
Bro,
the fuck.
I'm sorry.
it is.
All I
Gold is-
think about
Gold is,
is
where-
the void. I can't stop thinking. Remember
Oh,
when
yeah.
we tried that? I
Yeah.
can't stop thinking about that place.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
fuck.
That
Oh,
was
yeah.
an experience
Oh
I
my
wish
God.
that I could have when I play. Like, dude, it set the bar so
Well-
high. I'm so upset.
Hey,
With-
if
with
anyone
haptics
lives in Glendale or near Glendale, go to Glendale Galleria. Check out this place called The Void. It's a VR
It's
experience.
right by the front.
Yep,
Mhm.
it's right by the
Owned by
entrance, right
Disney.
by the main
Across from Victoria.
Glendale
Street.
Cheap for
Galleria.
what they give you too.
Yeah,
It's-
but you know that they're bringing that to the Quest, the Star Wars thing.
Bro, it's
Yeah.
so good. It's
No,
like,
it's not exactly that, but
It's
yeah.
not exactly. It's like no, it's a new
Yeah.
experience. So it's like if people have done that, that's actually new for them too, which is
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
Um,
Dude,
All
That
it
is,
is,
like-
explain it is literally you can control things in VR without a controller. Literally, the
Mhm.
moment you put your hand in front of your face, it senses your hands and it puts it into virtual reality.
I immediately put the
That's-
my
Yeah,
middle fingers
me-
up.
We all did that.
Me and Banana were in the same
Everyone's
room.
flipping
Like,
each other off.
put on the fucking
were right
headset.
across
Me and
from each
Banana made
other.
eye contact and just like went.
Exactly. We were right across
Fucking
each other.
awesome.
That's the first thing we did. It was so funny. It was honestly, it was really crazy.
And then doing the
Who-
high five was like fucking crazy. I
Yeah,
was like,
it was insane.
Con, were you in my group for that?
Yeah,
For the-
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
we
You
were
guys,
too.
you're with
we were,
Calvin.
we were screaming
Yeah.
so fucking hard.
You
Me,
guys,
Autoran,
oh my
Calvin, and
God.
Con.
You guys would not shut the fuck up.
No, I
Oh
heard-
my god,
I was told that you guys could hear us from the
We
outside.
heard you.
Oh yeah.
it was so
Yeah.
loud.
Shit,
Dude,
Jesus.
we were in line. It was me, Dejek, and
And Ross.
they are screaming. Right? We weren't
Yeah.
even in the facility yet. We heard you outside. It was
Yeah.
fucking.
So loud.
Oh
Vince,
my
who was that
God.
was fucking up that game over and over
It
again?
was-
so
it
we
was
couldn't
Calvin.
Fucking
It was-
Calvin.
So that, like at one point you have to do like what is it? Was it? It was like memory or
Simon
something? I don't
Says.
know.
Yeah, you just
Yeah,
have
no,
to-
no,
Mm.
Simon Says.
Well,
Yeah. And I was like, so Calvin gets on the Simon Says thing, and he like starts doing it, right? And so the rest of us have to fight off these stormtroopers. Yeah. And then thing is, I was like, why is this taking so long? I look over. And I guess Calvin fucking gave up at some point. He was like, this is too hard. And then so I was like, what the fuck? So I walked over and I did it in like less than a minute. I was like, why?
Yeah, to give a little context, they don't give you controls. You just have to use your hands, and like in the real world, they have like a rifle there, or like they have the buttons over there.
Yeah.
They have like
Physically
these.
touching things.
Yes, they have these rooms that you're like, you walk through, but you're still in VR, so it's not like you're walking through like these little rooms. So it's like you're there. They give you the heat. If you're like in the
Yeah.
lava,
Yeah.
they give you like cold air. If you're like
When you
inside,
get shot, you can feel it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
vibrates
They-
unlike your stomach and
Yeah,
stuff.
they give
Wait,
you
yours
the
just
best.
vibrated?
Yeah, it was just vibrating.
Yeah.
Mine like actually stabbed me.
No,
Like, I
yes,
felt like I was getting
fucking-
shot.
I come
Really?
over against Darth Vader.
Dude, that's what happened to me.
My ass kicked.
Okay, one of the
You
suits,
didn't hear
one
me
of the
die?
suits literally felt like I got punched in the liver, like
Yes.
fucking,
Yeah.
like
Mine had real
ow.
knives in it.
Holy shit!
Mine feel like
crashing
it was like
against each other and
pinching,
shit.
but like it was like I feel like it was just vibrating or something. I don't know what it was doing,
Yeah,
but it
I
felt
got
like
a stabbing
pinch.
one too. Like
Yeah.
get hit by a blaster or something.
It
would be
was
like,
had
it
a
was
real
scary though when it
9mm in it.
happened.
oh
You
yeah.
know,
Scary. I was like, what is going on?
you know
Yeah,
the
Just like
problem
red
with ours?
dots covering.
What?
The problem with ours when we were against Darth Vader. You guys didn't stop
Wow,
shooting him
spoiler.
when he kept fucking reflecting shit, and he kept hitting me. I got hit like 7 times in a row. So I was like,
We kept shooting the Darth Vader, and the fucking blaster was hitting Odor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Every time you get shot in there, man, the employees actually shoot you. It's awesome.
They got a little BB gun and they're just like,
Falls over on the ground. Are you okay? You're like a real
Can you imagine,
gunshot.
like how dedicated they might be if they come out with a game where, like, in the virtual reality, a character comes up and punches you, and so one of their employees just comes over and like, not looking fucking
Oh god.
Just decks you in the face while you're wearing VR.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's
wait, is it true? I don't know if this is true, but like when we were at the Void, I was told that they're doing like there's different themes of like things they're doing like during Halloween. there's gonna be, like,
Wait, Vince. A lot of that stuff is like this. There's gonna be a lot of new ones that come out, but you know they were like hush hush about that. So if you're gonna go in, I recommend going now, because Star Wars one we have on display.
Yeah.
But get excited, there's gonna be more.
Was it on the screen? Shit, my bad. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they were pretty open about it, but I don't know.
I don't know.
No,
Fuck it.
They
he
were open
said-
about it once we told them.
He
we're
literally leaned over the counter and was like, "Don't tell anybody." But
Oh.
and then
I gotta go.
But yeah, just remember when you're looking for it, it's not a merch store.
It looks like a it looks like
Yeah,
a
it looks like a merch store. It's not.
It's not a
Just
Star Wars like
get in.
memorabilia place. It's like it's the real deal, dude. It was really cool. I missed that, dude. I want to do it again.
It was so fucking fun.
Frick these controllers, dude.
can we talk about the Vive Pro?
Yes.
yeah, sure.
You really want
to
to
say
talk
about
about
that?
Do you really want to talk about it?
Very hard cut 90-degree transition there, but let's talk about the Vive Pro.
Yes.
Hey, let's talk
Yeah.
about it.
Wait, how
I've
many
kind of
people
already-
here have it?
I think I've kind of already resolved the. Sorry, hold on. I think I've kind of already resolved
Two of those.
the problem. So I sent HTC both my Vive Pros. The process took 2 months turnaround. 1 month of that
Great.
was because I was moving. The other month was because they were working on them or whatever. When I got them back, they were both still broken. Like nothing happened, and they didn't tell me anything. There was no note in the box. Was no email. So
Can I
then,
share my oh no, go ahead.
naturally, I
Sorry.
just made a tweet. I was like, "What the
Consumers math. You have the
What
right to do
happened?
that.
what happened?" And then they messaged me, "Hey, saw you put us on blast.
Oh god.
Could you not be mad that we didn't fix your $4,000 of equipment that's supposed to work for a living? Thanks." But after some conversations, they were very kind. They're still helping me. They didn't completely give up, but they're sending me 2 more.
I mean,
And then I'm gonna plug them in, and I'm gonna
They're
show
gonna
them that
break in
they
2
work.
weeks.
And then in 2 weeks, the same shit's gonna happen.
I mean, did
Yeah,
they,
we'll
did they
repeat the
explain to
process.
you like why they didn't do anything to your headsets? Like, I don't know. I'd be kind of
Nope.
pissed about that. Like,
Nope.
oh, great.
I think we all have.
I think the only justification was like we couldn't find out any of the problems, and I was like, I told you what was wrong. Like, is it that hard to plug in and then see that the mic doesn't work at all, and that it sounds like
you're
that it
12
sounds like
years
a
old.
garbage disposal whenever you try to play anything?
Yeah.
That's the biggest head scratcher. Why did they put a mic that sounds worse than a $5 clip-on
Yeah.
USB mic?
I don't understand that.
Oh yeah, it made Drex sound like
He sounds like a fucking
Dude,
child.
I sound
Yeah.
like Cyrus when I used like when mine was broken. I actually sound like a man, and then I have to unplug it all, reset my USBs, then plug it all back in, restart my computer, and then it should work. Sometimes
guys-
it doesn't, and I have to do that over and over
I was
again.
crazy when I was telling you about these problems, and then it
Okay,
happened to
listen.
everybody else.
Yeah.
And
But I
they
can
thought they
troubleshoot it.
still think I'm crazy because they don't fucking believe me. And I even sent them the headsets, and they don't believe me still. It's
Yeah.
Exactly. Like,
and
it's
like
We all have the
it's
same
not just us
problem.
either. Like if you literally Google the
Mhm.
problem on the HTC subreddit, it's just like
Have they
Help
addressed
me.
it at all?
no, not that I've seen.
Why not?
Addressing problems with
got the new Vive Pro.
Exactly. It actually sounds like
That's a good mic. Wow.
crazy.
Damn, dude.
no,
Holy
no,
shit.
no,
the
that's
mic.
good. No, it's more
Did
like
they fix
this.
the mic, dude?
Hey guys,
They
I got the new.
it's better.
Hey guys, got the new Vive Pro! Woo!
Hey, what's
It's
up,
me,
guys? It's me,
Yeah, it's-
Dar.
It's only a matter of time before it goes back to that voice.
Yeah.
I think it's probably hard to replicate it over on their side, but I know it's gonna happen because it happens to almost everyone. I do have
Yeah.
I also have a problem with my left earphone. Sometimes the sound cuts off for like half a second,
Both of mine
or it
cut
has.
most of the time.
Yeah,
Wow,
or
this
like
happened to
both-
Drake, honestly, I thought Drake was just like super happy. He was in like a great mood.
Everyone thought that.
He was like really high pitch. I was like, whoa, damn, dude, you just had a great day.
Everybody thought I was using a voice changer or something.
Yeah, I mean, like I would have maybe thought it was my computer that was having the issues if I hadn't have literally set up a
Yeah.
brand new, never touched before gaming monster machine and
Dorito.
plugged it in and got the
Yeah.
same exact
Mhm.
problem.
Yeah.
Okay,
And on
That's
my
not a
laptop.
hard word.
great
but-
fucking transition I can make here. How in the sweet fucking shit did you install your power supply upside down in your first computer?
Oh.
Fucking how?
Oh my god, I actually
I was-
remember when you came into Discord, you're like, yeah, I built my PC and I was also drunk. And I'm a
Okay.
genius.
Alright, Wait.
You're like, yeah, it's whatever.
Wait.
I literally
the fact,
remember
Wait,
the fact
wait.
that I'm at like 6 a.m. after a long night of drinking, I was able to come home and build a computer from scratch, and it turned on. It's fucking amazing.
But why?
This-
Why do that in the first?
Why didn't you
Because
just do it in the morning?
Because I wanted to build it.
Bro.
Fucking drunk
Drunk
fuck.
as fuck.
Dude, I actually remember that happening, and you're like, you were bragging about it, and then I see that on Twitter. I'm like, nice. Makes a lot of sense.
It
Honestly.
worked
Yeah, my
fine.
computer started to just
Except
smoke.
it smells like smoke. What?
That wasn't it. No, that was a different.
It
That
was
was a
on
different
fire.
computer.
Never
That was
mind.
different. Different situation.
Still the same
Right.
drunkenly built computer.
No.
No,
It was
What's going on?
literally
not like this.
literally after I took out the upside down PSU, which was working fine. Okay. Never had any problems. After I switched it out and put in the new one had like, what do you call it? What's the correct term? It had like
What?
Coil one.
Modular cables?
no, it was like grease and stuff, that like machining parts, like materials that like
Mm.
haven't been burnt off yet. So when you turn it on, it's a thing. Like when you turn on like a brand new computer part, especially like a very high watt PSU, like you might
Yeah.
smell a burning smell like initially because it
The
has to have,
ozone.
like dust
Mm.
or like whatever grease is
Yeah.
still in the parts.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why it smelled.
Yeah,
And it works fine
it's
now.
not on
The
fire.
fact you didn't burn down your fucking house by putting
But
your
also,
PSU
my-
upside down.
My fucking hard drives all wipe themselves.
Hey, what's up, Ben? Hey,
God
Ben.
damn.
Bam!
Wait.
So-
Come sit on my lap. Come sit on my lap.
Sit on the lap.
Yeah!
Oh!
God.
Oh!
Holy shit.
Cut the
God.
tape.
Bam looks
With the
good.
full body.
This
I'm
is
gonna
like
mute my mic. There's no there's only
your
one
first
reason. for
major
no one to
reveal.
stop here.
Bam just came back from the gym.
Hey, Bam.
Oh my
Welcome
god.
home from work, buddy.
Like
It's a
a,
nice custom
Oh, he's doing it in
avatar.
game.
you're doing a
Wow.
game.
I don't think I've seen Ben from the side.
I've actually
Damn.
never seen this avatar.
Wow.
Give me
I haven't
one
seen this in
second.
game.
No,
but
I've seen him working on it. I've never seen it in game yet. The
It's
fuck
really
Christ.
good.
God.
Hey.
Did a great job.
Damn, that's a good ass.
Hey.
All right.
So good.
Are you in Discord, Ben?
But yeah, gosh dang.
Ben's in Discord, but your mic's muted.
Yeah.
Text to speech.
There is.
All right,
there
but
is
Let me
one more
just
thing.
wrap
Hi,
up the
everyone.
HTC the Vive Pro situation.
I'm not
Let me just
done.
wrap this up.
I want to shit on them too.
They're,
Yeah, me too. That's what I was gonna say.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna end
You're
it on
not
a
done.
positive
I'm
note
not
and
through with
say
you.
that they've been pretty responsive to me, whether I'm a streamer or not. Like they've been responding when I ask about things, but like I think them sending back the headsets that were still broken was kind of like a really bad like last straw kind of situation that pissed me off, but they're still helping me, and which is nice.
Great.
That's good.
I just want to end that on a positive note.
Okay. Okay. He ends on a positive note. I'm not fucking done. I just stood up. Where am I? Where's the camera? Hello?
Yeah, it's in front of
The
you.
wrong camera.
Jack,
He took the wrong camera.
did you just grab the camera?
Did you just
No.
grab it?
I
You
don't
moved
have.
it.
I don't have
You-
it.
You
I can't
moved
grab
it.
it. I can't grab it.
Oh my god.
Put your hand down. I swear to God, Vince.
I can't grab
Vince,
it.
Eve, whatever.
Speak.
Anyway, no, I'm not done. Shut up. Okay, so 2 months ago, or not 2 months ago, a few months ago, I sent in my original Vive controllers to be repaired. Fucking, it was such a pain in the ass too, right? Because I had to talk to my friend because he technically gifted me the Vive, so I had to go through him, fucking do some other bullshit, blah 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 blah. So I send in both controllers. I talk to the support beforehand. I tell them, hey, you know, the fucking bottom right part of each controller is like super fucked. It's a very common issue. I think a lot of you can say you've had that issue. A lot of people in the chat probably had that same issue. So I sent both of them, you know, I was like, I confirm with them, you know, I'm sending both of them in. They both have the same issue. I send it in. I get it back like 2 or 3 weeks later. They repaired one of them. And the other one is just still broken. Same issue. And honestly, after I realized that, I honestly just laughed and I was like, man, fuck it. I don't care. Fuck it. It was unbelievable.
Do you think they repair it, or do you think they just gave you a new one?
Well, the broken one is definitely still my old one because it had like I know I had like a little sticker on it.
Let me actually comment about that. So, again, 1 month ago, I couldn't turn right anymore. Turning right was disabled for me permanently.
Yep.
And so instead of saying, okay, I'm gonna give this in because I know that I'm going to wait like 17 million years until it comes back, I'm like, all right, how do I fix this? I want to actually fix this. So I Google it. Actually, a lot of helpful videos. Actually, a billion videos because literally everyone has this problem.
Yeah.
And so, allow me to give you a very brief explanation. First, you need to get a bit that's like star shaped but like inverted and really really skinny, so you can reach into the hole. So you need
you can't fix it yourself. So you have
exactly. You need some specialized, like you have to go into the back aisles of Home Depot, like. So then you get that right, and you unscrew it. Now, guess what? By doing that, you're voiding your manufacturer's warranty, so you cannot send it back to them.
Oh god.
If that happens. So you unscrew them, you open it up. It looks very scary inside, but it's actually pretty simple. And the problem is, this astonished me, guys. There's a giant circle trackpad, right? Inside the controller, right underneath the giant circle trackpad, right in the center of the circle, is a really tiny circle, like super, super tiny circle. And when you press the big circle, there's like a thing that presses the tiny circle.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's like some kind of projection system onto the tiny circle. So the tiny circle is the one that actually traps you inside the controller. The big circle is for your fat thumb to roll around. I'm just sitting, and that tiny circle inside is what gets lodged. So it's lodged on the right, so you can't press the right.
Yep.
I'm like,
bro,
what kind of design is this? Why not just make the thing a touch controller or something? Why is the big circle the small circle? Like,
because then it would be $500 a controller and not $300.
Why is this trash 300?
Yeah.
Dude,
dear God.
Drek, I think you were there with me that one time we were in that one random club, and somebody told me when you're having that problem where you can't turn right, you can squeeze the sides of your
Squeeze.
controller.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Tried it.
That works sometimes.
Sometimes.
And I lost my
That
shit
That
when it
actually
worked.
works for me.
Yeah.
that
You're
works.
I couldn't turn
unlodging
right,
the tiny circle.
and then I squeezed my controller, and me and Drek both heard it go pop, and we're like, what? And then I immediately turned right.
Yeah.
Yup.
And
Yeah.
sometimes it
basically
works. So give that a shot. It might.
Fucking stupid.
It might
Literally
work.
just squeezing the shit out of the sides of your controller.
I just bought new
Fucking
controllers.
You're literally
Works
popping that
occasionally.
circle back into place. Hopefully the knuckles come
I
out.
just want the
please.
fucking knuckles. They put out
God.
that fucking update video where they
yeah.
look so fucking cool. I just fucking want them, man.
Nice design, man.
Oh, the wireless stuff came out.
Oh yeah. Did anyone get that?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
pre-ordered
it's
it and I
worth-
haven't gotten it yet.
I was
No
thinking
way.
about it.
Mm.
I'm
I mean,
getting it.
I think even if I got that, I probably wouldn't use it. Like my trackers that are sitting in my closet for like I use them like maybe twice, and they're still in there. So I doubt that I'll have any use for it because I don't know.
I
If
think
anyone
Just
wants
another
buy
thing
some
to
trackers,
charge.
Hit me up.
Shut the fuck up. I think the main thing though is like, especially with how obviously Whoops is going with the Vive Pro right now, I would wait and see like once other people get it and see reviews for it. 'cause, like,
Yeah,
you
for
don't want to be an
sure.
early adopter of something that just doesn't fucking work, and especially how expensive it is. Like, what's the fucking
Okay. So at this point, you Vive Pro owners, would you recommend getting one at this point?
A 5
No.
Pro?
The
Fuck
Vibe
no.
Pro.
No,
Fuck
No.
to the
I
no.
don't have one.
If you
it's
I don't
not.
think
Okay,
Eh.
two main problems. It's
Mm.
not comfortable.
It's not. Oh my god.
They tried to make it more comfortable, but it squeezes your forehead
Yes,
really bad.
dude. I had headaches for actually the
Yeah.
entire like couple weeks I've had it, and like I just barely got it okay to where like my head doesn't hurt, but like sometimes it does, and like it's the worst.
Mm.
It's
I don't
like
have a
rough to
problem
work
with that, but
The
I
audio
know
and the mic will break. It will
yeah,
break.
Yep.
that's the
It will
problem.
break.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mic is worse as well. So if you want like a better mic
But
thing for your,
the
it's
the visual aspect of it is great. It's amazing.
But it does really outweigh everything.
Wait,
else,
Yeah.
right?
wait,
It's,
wait,
it's
I
not
know,
worth the money to
I
upgrade
know
to that.
why.
Dude, the regular Vive with the deluxe audio headband is so good.
I know
Forehead.
why you have a problem with your
Gigantic.
voice.
That was like the easiest joke ever, man. That was so easy. That was so easy.
yourself up for that. What
I
do you
know, it
expect?
was
Come
so
on.
easy, man.
it.
Special guest inbound in about 5 minutes or so.
Oh,
Aw.
perfect.
Sick,
Oh,
perfect.
okay, dope.
Pug. Yeah, see, I don't
What
have
we
a
talking
problem with
about
the
in 5 minutes?
forehead stuff.
Yeah, it's really funny. Honestly.
Oh,
Yeah, that's crazy.
You guys were talking about the wireless adapter, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I
How's
might, I
that?
might,
Yeah.
I might be getting one of those. We'll see.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Let us
But
know,
I-
but shit.
I tried it at E3. It was pretty nice.
Mm.
Do you
I'm
think you'll
concerned
have a
about
lot of-
battery life?
Yeah. Would you use it in like Beat Saber or anything? So you're not having any wires?
Yeah,
tingle
that's
stuff?
exactly what I'd use it for.
Yeah.
We'll
Have they
see,
said
though.
what the battery life is
Just
on?
hit the wire.
So it connects. There's two wires that come out of it.
Mm.
The top thing. So you strap it to your head. One of them goes directly into the headset, and the other one goes to a portable battery that goes into your pocket.
Oh, okay.
And I think you can use any portable battery you want. So if you bought like a 20,000 milliamp Anchor battery,
Yeah.
it'd last a
Yo.
really long time.
Fuck
so,
yeah. Like we already did with the controllers. Yeah.
yeah, I think that'll work. No, I don't remember exactly because they were using Vive ones at E3. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it was literally just a USB for charging. So
I'm not that surprised though with the Vive Pro because when we tried it at PAX, our first impression of it was that wasn't that great.
yeah, it was
We
like,
were like, it was just it felt like shit. Like I definitely agree with you on that. It's because like
felt
why
really
the
weird.
fuck would they just wouldn't use the Deluxe Pro headset?
Dude, the deluxe
like-
audio headband is so comfy.
Yeah, it is. Like it's I don't understand why they wouldn't just port that over and use that
Yeah.
again since everybody loved it. It just doesn't make any sense.
They tried to make it better balanced and like weighted.
We'll see.
So, fuck.
Yeah.
That Oculus though, it's like definitely another step. Like
Yeah.
you have the wireless, and then all-in-ones, and then mobile, and then just upgrade the quality of it over time, and then you'll have your your full dive when you don't need controllers anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get that
Yeah.
haptic feedback.
I will say,
full
my short
hat,
time with the Vive Pro,
suit.
before I returned it, that thing was crystal clear, man. God
Yeah, dude.
It's not. That's the only thing.
The
The-
visual part of it is so
Sorry.
good. That's why I'm
damn. Yeah.
like, if the visual part wasn't so good, I wouldn't care so much or like complain about it so much.
Yeah.
It's really. It's hard to go back once you've done it. I
Yeah,
think.
I
think that's
wish
the
I
biggest
could
problem.
have the visual aspect of the Vive Pro with like the software delightness and comfort of the regular Vive.
Hmm.
Dude, the regular Vive has never given me software issues.
I've had software issues where like my display has gone like dark and like I couldn't use it for like a while because.
Oh
of
yeah, I actually had that problem before too.
Yeah.
I
but
just
it
smacked
was-
the hell out of it and it worked.
I fixed it pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like,
I
just
just
like
do a lot of
that, like,
resetting and
sometimes.
stuff.
90% of the time, it's because either. By the way, I had to get a new wire.
Yep, I had to too.
And that's just how it is. If you don't take care of your wire, it's just gonna mess up after a few months. But also,
Oh my god, Odoron's wire.
Odoron, your
Dude,
wire.
your wire is so tangled.
It still works.
it's gonna die soon, Odoron. It
It's
is actually gonna.
disgusting.
It has
This
to
is my
die.
original cable.
It's gonna die soon, dude.
I've gotten a new cable, used it instead. That broke. This still works.
You, dude. I don't know what's going on.
It's fool's luck.
Oh god.
Fucking
I have
circus
so many
kid.
people who are pissed off with me because they have brand new fucking wires and theirs break. And I'm
Oh?
like, hey, you want to see mine?
Oh.
Who
Oh,
could
whoa.
that be?
Wait.
Oh, whoa.
Hello.
Oh,
the fuck?
whoa, he looks
Is
glowing.
that
Hello.
Ron? We're gonna have to get him into Discord.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We can't hear you right now.
Oh, God, we can't hear you, dude. Pepe head.
Oh, he's
Here,
moving cameras around.
do you want me to DM him the link?
Yeah, if you can just get him into the Discord.
Okay, 1 second.
Give me the juice.
Sending you an invite link. Ron.
Can I
Once
have?
you get in here, just join one of the channels, or he could probably just join the one we're in.
I want the juice.
I have the juice right here. Oh, see, he might have a virtual Arizona.
Wait, till
Okay, wait,
the
stop,
camera's
stop,
on.
stop, stop.
I fixed it. Ron was messing it up.
All right, Ron, can you join the channel? Like anyone? I'll drag you in.
What a great podcast this is.
Oh,
There he is.
There, oh, he's muted and deafened. Hold up. Hold up.
We'll redo the entrance.
Ta-da.
Hey,
Ta-da!
Hello.
Dad?
let me turn off the audio in the app. 1 sec. I'm so unprepared.
We are too. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah,
He'll-
it's
he'll-
okay.
he'll get right in,
It
man.
really comes.
Oh wow.
This was very rushed.
Oh, there we
Don't
go.
worry.
There's the iconic Ron pose right there.
Iconic.
There it is.
It's
Yeah,
way
the-
too loud.
the-
in my head.
Assume the pose.
Assume the Ron pose.
Dang, one last thing. Let me just set it. Okay.
Look at
Yeah,
that
so my
alien butt.
iPhone died. And so I went to the Apple store, and then of
Well, there's
course
your
I ended up
problem.
spending tons of money and bought like all this upgrade. Oh, pads and watches and buds, and it's like, oh god, I went to get a repair.
Jeez.
Anyway, so also the thing that happens there when you do that, hi everybody, is
Hi.
Hello.
they
Hey.
transfer your stuff, and so like, oh, they didn't tell me that. By the way, all your text, Slack, everything, Discord, it's all off now for the next hour.
Oh my god.
So I'm just like cut off from life. Anyway, I'm
what
back.
do I do?
Hey.
You're alive. You're on
Hello.
Pog.
Good
Hi,
to
everybody.
see you.
So
Hi,
you
Ron.
kind of missed like the big section where you would have jumped in on, I guess. But we talked about like the new VR chat stuff. So we don't want to like hound you on that. But if you want to say anything,
I got
Feel
lots to
free.
say as always.
yeah. So like,
When have you ever known me to not be able to want to talk?
well, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, so like we just pushed the newer update, right, where the veteran got removed and the highest is purple now. Yeah.
Yeah, let me
What was
clarify. Let me
What was
start
the
over.
idea behind that?
Yeah, let me start over with a little bit so people understand like what this whole thing was sort of meant to do and where it's going, kind of. So the idea, I had this idea a while back, and then the team and I worked pretty heavily on it over summer. to try to figure it out. But no one's ever really done this before, as far as I know, in any social platform or app or anything. And that's try to gauge. Well, VRChat's a very open platform, right? It's open UGC, user-generated content, so anyone can build any avatars, and so that's a wide open system. How do you not secure it, but how do you make sure that you're as safe as you want to be, or not as see everything? How do you do that? And the way that I think it works best is if atomically, like if me as an individual can decide what I want to see or what I don't want to see. But the more complicated thing with VRChat is if you just turned off particles or you just turned off shaders, then it would be off for everybody. And one of the magical things about VRChat is as people learn VRChat and they learn how to use VRChat, they start to get better and better avatars. They sort of get friends, they become social situations, and they sort of become more of the community. And it feels like those people are starting to learn how to do things, how to act, the sort of proper etiquette. You can be crazy and stuff, but there's definitely like a disruptive person that will, we're all having this podcast, and here comes somebody in the room, world shaders, or just really loud or really obnoxious. It's like you should be able to dial those people out contextually anyway. And then the second part of it is people were hiding in private instances, right? And this is a social network, and most of the fun of VRChat, we all know is public, right? If you want to go on an adventure and meet friends, that's how we all met each other at the beginning, how we meet people, right? And if that gets all cut off, then it all gets insular, and then people don't connect, and the fun kind of goes away, in my view. And so it's a decision thing, right? You can still hang out and be social. You can actually also, we wanted people to be able to completely turn it off, so that's in there, or customize it however they wanted, so that's in there. And so it started off as actually a much simpler system, but then it took us a long time to get it right. And then also all the stuff in the background, it's not about. Later on, I'd like to do achievements. Like later on, I'd like to do it. This is a maybe, right? We're still thinking about this. But what if you're an entertainer, or you're an influencer, or you're a streamer, or you're a creator, or you're really good at shaders, or and like those kind of things could be cool if someone wanted to share that they do that. I'm a world builder. I'm an avatar builder, right? It'd be cool for them to be able to display that sort of earning. But that's for a future thing. All we wanted to do right now really is build a trust system that, as you as a person, how much do I trust Whoops, and I don't mean in terms of personality. I just mean in terms of are they going to be disruptive to me in this environment, in this contextual environment I'm in right now? So, a brand new user who comes in, I don't know who they are. They could have just made a fresh account just to come in for the explicit purposes of trolling. And a friend, if you make a friend to someone, that's probably much the highest trust level you can give them, is say, I'm going to be your friend.
Yeah.
But then there's an in-between point too, where we're like, okay, well, I want to see this person, so that's what the show avatar thing is for. Turns on all their features. You can kind of, feel that a little bit and hang out with them. And if they start going crazy, then don't friend them. Just turn them back to the safety setting. So we took a lot of feedback and added a lot of things in. I think the veteran rank thing, I was trying to, basically give credit to the people that had helped make VRChat become what it is, like Owlboy and people like that who made the pug, right? People that have created.
Give a little bit of credit and just make them known.
Well, just because for me, I actually walk around and I see them as wizards or legends, right? There's people I know that have been in VRChat, and so I was trying to do a nice thing, but I think that it ended up, of course, we kind of knew this, kind of tested the waters. It's like, oh, everyone's
Where's my veteran rank. I have 3,000 hours. Where?
Yeah. And the thing is, like, we just decided, you know what? The highest level of someone it's not about your level. It's about how much the system trusts you. It's actually how much VRChat system trusts the user, and you can decide based on that sort of credit rating what to do with it. Now, some people it's never going to be perfect, and it's not the end. We didn't just put it out and now we're done. We're going to tune it. We're going to add to it. We're going to, but we have to start somewhere. And it's believe me, our whole team, like I worked 3 weeks of crunch time, barely slept, had nights where I was lying in bed thinking, is this a good idea or bad? It's a scary thing, but it's like, it has to go somewhere.
Nobody can gauge trust like that. So you guys are really taking a hard step here. So kudos, honestly.
Yep.
I definitely wouldn't want to try to do that, but
so I've designed games, man. You guys know my past. Like I've been making games for a really long time, and like one of the hardest things I ever did, I think, was try to design and balance StarCraft, and this was like an order of magnitude more difficult to do. So I think, let's see how it goes. I think people will really like it. Again, they can turn it off if they don't want to. Of course, that's them turning off their stuff. The things that are going to probably come next, we have to sort of talk about this more, so it's not a for sure thing. But there's a sister system that comes with it that's performance, which I'd like to see happen, where I can look at the room, like open your quick menu again and see, oh, this person's using too many dynamic bones, and that might be fine in a friendly instance. But maybe contextually, like, you go to a public place and you don't want or maybe we're all gathering. VR chat has its limits, and so sometimes we have these events where that's why also we added the friend ability to turn stuff off as friends, because you just get in there and hey, everyone dial everything back so that we can have good frame rate in a large gathering. So the same with performance. So we've got a lot of performance fixes under the hood coming, but again, because this is a user generated platform, I'm a game developer. I've been doing it for a really long time, so I know how to optimize to make everything pleasant. But of course, people are trying to jam in as much as they can for their avatars and their worlds, and what ends up happening is, of course, it all slows to a crawl because they're not thinking about the performance for everybody, or they're being greedy with their performance. So again, the trust thing could kind of could be part of that, or it could just be purely performance settings and stuff. But we want it to keep VR chat being awesome and try to give people the tools they need to customize their own experience based on their PC capabilities and their some people are really timid and shy, and also the other, they would want to come in and see all that stuff, and other people don't care. And the biggest thing is new users. So new users, people say, oh, well, a visitor, it's making them, it's making them like a lower class citizen or something. That's actually not true. We've got things in place where, right now, a visitor comes in, it would be like a mosh pit if they went to the pug, right? It's just like everything at once. Or so they're gonna, we actually did tests where we paid for people to play, and that were like filmed testers and watched lots and lots of new users go in and write full reports on their experience of VR chat. And almost every single time, it's like they had a great time until they got a full screen shader, or their performance got killed, or they got crashed. And then they were like, yeah, I'd play this, but probably not anymore, and that's that feels bad. It's like they're missing getting into the cool because they're just getting harangued with all these bad things. So now I feel like we actually did some more testing. I've watched some new people, and it's like they can actually have a decent experience.
Definitely.
And it's like, they might still get verbal stuff going on, but they can just quickly mute them.
Definitely with the time as this has been starting, even like the few days that we tried it, or 20 minutes, we instantly saw like the positive feedback of this. It was immediate. The response was literally immediate. And that's like a big like comfort for a lot of us, I think. Even like hanging out together, we've done that more often because we used to like just step away and stuff. And now it's like I feel like we're really comfortable hanging around again because it's like we have that safety net and we have that like security around us, that blanket,
That's really good to hear. There's another thing that I would like to add soon. I'm not sure when we can add it. I'm trying to like fit it in, but there's two things coming. One of them is I want to add friends portals in so that you can drop a portal that only your friends can see.
That would be a really good idea. That would be amazing.
Please.
Because I find myself doing that all the time, right? I go with friends, and then it's like you have to warp away, you have to invite them all again.
Yeah.
It's like that's a pain.
Oh my god, that'd be so good.
That's Pog right there.
Be really cool.
What was the other one?
Sorry, I just got a message. I went like this because I'm getting like work messages in the
We
background.
know exactly when you get a message because you always go.
It's actually true.
Ron, feel free to unmute
And your hands go like this.
So
Too.
your mouth
Your
goes.
hands go.
They go like this. Hang on.
Yeah, there we go.
Exactly.
Every time.
That's really funny. So the other one we were going to add that we've been working on in the background sort of slowly because these things kind of get jammed into all the other fixes is the seats on avatars. So that should hopefully come in soon.
Oh yeah,
I remember that.
That was a very
so
fun week.
It's sort of broken, but it was not completed and got accidentally pushed into a build. But the big thing we're focusing on, everyone should really be aware of, is that we can't really talk about the details, but we're fully aware of like all the security issues and stuff, and that's always an ongoing project with any social platform or any platform at all. There's always people, if they're popular, people are going to be trying to attack it and whatever, or abuse it. And
absolutely,
we've got some big updates that are in place that are and also coming with this release and future releases that will keep locking that down and try to make it a safer place so that people can just have a good time.
And also, like I always marvel at the fact that like how freeform this game is. The fact that how freeform this game is, where anyone can make anything, their own world, their own avatar, they're just stories and things of that sort, and you socialize into the game. And even with like a game in the game, like they can make a game inside the game, just like in Gary's Mod and other like social games with like just plugins and servers and things of that sort. But this has to be probably the most like shock and awe thing that people saw and just marveled at, since it can integrate desktop users and VR users into one thing and gather them together. And of course, there's gonna be little, exploits and things of that can backtrack it. But I'm happy that you guys are finally like implementing things to fix it and make it beautiful. And I'm very excited. I'm actually really excited about what's gonna happen soon.
That's awesome. I'm really glad. But also, it's weird hearing that voice come out of you. I'm totally not used to that voice at all. I'm like, who's this imposter in the great
normal voice?
Yeah, what the heck is
funny
this?
story. One time I was in a server, and oh dear. And,
oh my god!
Yeah, there we go.
And the funny thing is, I was in a server, and there were some Australian fellas right next to me. They were making fun of me and doing and doing weird things to me and insulting me on the side. And Ron was invisible, and right next to them, while they were insulting and sending me very bad cuss words towards me, and decided to kick. I don't know what you did to them. All of a sudden, one left, the other left, and the other went this bye-bye. And all of a sudden, I just see Ron pop out of nowhere and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
Papa Ron always watching.
Hey, that could have been something else. So we have a team of people that I won't even tell you how we do it. But so one thing people should know though is we don't ever, as a rule at our company, go to any private instances unless we're asked to go by the owner or someone that we are very, very careful. So people should know that we're not
spying.
It's just like our our internal code of conduct. Yeah, it's just if there's a medical emergency or something crazy, but even then it'd have to be really a big deal. But
even so, even just now, I had to tell Ron, you can come join us in the podcast room. I'm sure you wouldn't have joined unless I told you you can come in. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I just like that. I like that. I want people to feel, they're comfortable, safe, and I would want to feel because I'm not don't just work here. It sounds silly, but this is my fun too.
You hang out with us.
I mean, this is my fun as much as it is. It's so nice now. I think I go out less, which is good and bad. But it's nice to just put the headset on and just hang out. You don't have to
very nice.
go find stuff to do or whatever. I feel so. Yeah. So I'm in here as much as you guys, not just working but having fun. Yeah. And I feel like I'm as much a user, so I come at it from that point of view too. What would I want? What things would I like? And I think a lot of our team are like that too. You guys have met a lot of them. So.
Oh yeah, that's why a lot of the times we really appreciate that we have such people who listen to the community as much as other games do, and we're very happy and not rioting over oh, they're not listening to us, they're not paying attention to our needs and not developing the game. But we know that you guys are working pretty hard on it, and we always
we guys do advocate for our needs too, so we
it's hard because we have we're small again, we're not tiny, but we're smallish team, and we have major strategies that we're trying to push forward. We're trying to improve VR chat. VR chat's still early days, right? The interface needs a complete rework, and Udon's coming, so I'll talk about that in a second, just to refresh people's memory. And a lot of cool things are on the list, but then of course things broadsiders or stuff happens, and so we were constantly working on stuff or bug release something, there's a huge bug that's a knock-on that crosses everyone. So all these things happen, and all the fun things, the hopper that everyone wants, is sitting there, and it's slowly feeding into these releases as we can get them. And sometimes people think they're not listening, they're not giving me my whatever X thing it is, and I have to go and I look at the canny all the time, so if people post on there, I'm reading them, and our team are reading them. That was a nice phone. Whose phone was that? That you just lost your. You just,
That's Vince.
Dude, you totally lost your. Dude,
Oh my.
dude, you so lost your
We're
street
in a
cred.
conference room.
Like
goddammit,
your
Vince.
street. I just totally did lost respect for your street cred zilch with me with that ringtone, man.
Was that a hotline bling one?
That was fucking
I'm kidding. It sounded like it sounded like a default
Yeah,
ringtone.
it's hot, but
Yeah,
hotline
it starts
bling.
like default, but then it goes into Hotline Bling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, might as well be
so
that
many
one.
calls, dude.
Yo, they're making me so self-conscious about it. I don't change my ringtone, man.
No,
I gotta go in a
jeez.
minute. But I can quickly. Thanks for inviting me on the show, by the way. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you
for
a couple
coming,
more
man.
things. Yeah.
Thank you very much, man.
Few more things before we leave, though. So, Udon is in the works. It's in a beta right now, and that's if you think VR chat's cool now, wait till that comes out. That's going to add a whole level of scripting that you don't have yet. People got upset about the Playmaker thing. The problem there is we tried to go in and work on that, and by the time we did all that stuff, it was hard to. The team that made it, basically, it was hard to get a hold of, and there was all these other complicated issues. We just started. It took so long. We were like, we should just do this ourselves because we'll have a lot more control. We'll give you all the. It's actually way more beneficial for the community if we have control of it. We can do it, tie it in,
If
get
you
more
want
deeply.
things done right, do it yourself, right?
So it's a little that meeting for me that day we had to decide to do that. I was just like, oh no, like everyone's gonna.
Yeah.
We memed the shit
I'm
out
gonna
of that.
slam my head in the door. I'm just gonna slam my head in the door over and over again. But we all thought that was painful, but we just had to rip the Band-Aid off. And now seeing Udon and just wait, like things like Steel and Gold and stuff, or any kind of Death Run or whatever, will be so much easier to build. You'll be able to make musical instruments. You'll be able to make stuff that hooks up to visuals, stuff that hooks so. For example, there's a person in Japan. They just had a YouTube video, and when they're doing stuff on YouTube, and people are doing things on the YouTube video, you see coins fall out of the sky and land on the desk in his world. So maybe later on we could do cool things with Twitch subs and things that actually make things happen in worlds and stuff.
That'd be really cool.
Right? And so some of these things we're building, or these scripting things will eventually tie into some of those other things. So just think of a big expansion of not just games, but you see already what people take very, very little. Like we give them a rubber band and a paper clip and some sticky tape, and they're making
boom gun.
Things. And now with this, we'd be able to do dungeon crawls and all games and all sorts of game shows and things. And then later, and this is I can't promise this, but we do want to get to a point where we may have some level of persistence, like a storage. So you'd be able to, for example, do a dungeon crawl, come back, level up, come back, level, get more weapons, and just go in every night.
Inventory of items you can pull out.
Yeah.
A dream.
So hyped right now. We're just talking about it. Hyped.
Yeah.
I mean, we have internally have another big list of ideas. That's the fun. We're trying to get all this busy work and important stuff out of the way, and so we can get back to the fun bits. So so it should be good. Any questions for me before a split? I got about 5 minutes, and then I gotta leave.
Super quick question. With the latest update, has there been any funny business? Okay, because I've personally been seeing a little bit of elbows kind of flying around a bit.
Just so this is still a beta. That's the reason it is a beta, so you can test it and give us feedback. So I would say I think there's going to be an open beta Discords in VR Chat's channel. Just find that and please send us information. Or I think there's actually Canny would be better. Go to the look up somewhere. Tupper I think made an announcement is going to make an announcement, but we actually want all that. If any weirdness happens, we need to lock that down. That's what this weekend is supposed to be, another open beta if everything goes well.
Yeah.
Until Tuesday morning. So yeah, please send us bugs and we'll try to fix them. And if something does go out and it's a little wonky, give us a couple weeks and we'll straighten it out and just try to. Everyone be patient. We know. People freak out. It's like, okay,
moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Just give us a couple weeks.
I say it every time, but VR Chat went from a couple hundred concurrent users to tens of thousands in a couple
of weeks. Yeah.
So they're like,
it's very quick.
Yeah, we were planning
this is fine.
Happen, but we were like, it's going to be a couple hundred, then maybe 1,000, and that's actually torpedoed our entire most of this year has been rebuilding for the popularity, just trying to go back and
and it's still rising, isn't it? User count, it's way up on the rise still.
People getting VR, they're getting the trackers. Definitely right.
And then Knuckles are coming, so we got Knuckles.
God.
Please.
I love the
No.
knuckles. Leave them
I
alone.
hope they're good. I hope they're
Please.
good.
They look so good. Well, don't you have a pair?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ron has a
What
pair.
would you say about them? Are they fucking as good as they look and they seem?
I think so. I've only used them in demos and a little bit. I actually haven't used them with VR chat yet because I've been so busy and I haven't had time to set them all up and everything. But I've played the demos and they're cool. One cool thing about it is your thumb can slide back and forth, and you see your thumb. Imagine like you arc your thumb on the top of your pointer finger and then slide it, like rub it back and forth. You'd see your thumb moving up and down too, which is another weird kind of
Wow.
like thing. Like you have more. You have a skeleton in your hand now, so you can actually do the partial crushing or not.
Sounds
You know, it's
so
all
cool.
sorts of interesting. And then it also has pressure, so
That's
you can crush. I don't know what you would probably use that for, but hey,
Hey.
oh.
Could you
That was a little moment there. I had a little tingle. I had a little tingle.
Just
What I just did right there is
Beat
I
Saber on those
I've
for
been
me?
mining Bitcoin off your GPU and it just transferred them all to me now when you touch me.
What?
What the hell?
Bro,
My Bitcoin. No, but could you try Beat Saber on those knuckles when you get a chance and tell me how light they are?
God,
Oh,
come on.
Oh my
Serious,
God, Wolf.
seriously.
All right, I'll do that for you this weekend. I promise.
Nobody else
Oh.
has them. I had to
don't
ask.
enable him.
No, enable me. Please.
No. Curious.
More.
Jesus Christ.
So, any more questions?
Hmm.
Now's a chance. I'll probably come back next week if you guys want to think up questions, and I can try to be on time.
You, me, battle discs in the future.
Oh God.
Sounds good, man.
All right.
I'm all about the lava ball right now. I forget the name of the world, but it's that one with the
Oh,
space.
it's like yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
love
know
that game.
Dude, I have got
That
like
was
8 hours in
amazing.
that game now. I
Oh
played
my
it one
God.
night from like on an alt account. I just played like forever on that. That was just
Nice.
endless gaming. It was like
Jesus.
the biggest workout ever I think I've ever had in VR.
Good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Is that the matchstick map where like you're holding matches and you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some fun in there a few days ago.
We're real good at that now.
My brother has this character called Mixar, and he plays DJ music through it. So he just parks it on the side of the other side of Spawn, and just plays all these songs that are like the '80s kind of inspiring. You know, they all relate to kind of sports. So yeah, it makes it a lot of fun to have the music stuff going too.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Well, I hope you guys have fun. I hope you
Alright.
enjoy the new hotness. So the version that you have, I think, if you don't have it, these people here should all have it. The one I sent you.
Yep.
And try that this weekend, and then there might be an update tonight for that. That's actually what the message I just got. Someone's asking me a question about that. Open beta, though, just so everyone knows, will not connect to live, and I want to sort of quickly explain why that is. It's because that version of VR chat is a lot more advanced than what's current, and the two, when they collide, would just cause a lot of bugs for everybody. They want both, maybe on both sides. So that's unfortunate, but that's how that has to be tested, is with each other in that version. So at least I think that's how it's going to work. So I'll double check. But anyone that can help test it will give us bugs. That's just going to help. Then we try to get it out next week if everything goes well.
Sweet.
We are trying
Nice.
to hit releases every few
good.
weeks on Tuesday mornings. So that's our schedule. So if everything goes well, Tuesday morning should be the next version of VR chat.
Hell yeah.
Exciting.
Great.
See.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see what happens unless anything major torpedoes it. But
Let's hope not.
that's software development for you.
Yep.
Well, thanks for inviting me, guys and girls.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming, man.
For coming, dude.
Yeah. See you
Always
next
a
time,
pleasure,
hopefully.
dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna rest this weekend a little bit. Been working
Yeah.
crazy. So.
Me too.
I went outside today. And I was like,
The sun.
Oh.
yeah.
I would come in for a
Bye-bye.
handshake, but I don't want to be in those fucking awkward handshake things.
When I
In
first
VR.
came in, I tried to do the run by high five thing, and I just ended up bumping the table. I was like, All right, guys.
All
Bye,
right.
Ron.
Hey, what's
Thanks
up,
for
bye, Ron?
Bye,
coming.
Ron.
Bye.
Peace.
Thanks, Ron.
Bye.
Love
Yeah,
that.
and we're about getting up on time now, so we're probably gonna
Yeah,
wrap it up as well.
Yeah.
Anybody
An hour
got?
40? A little over?
Actually, do you want
Little
to
over
do?
an hour.
Do you want to do like community question or like chat questions or something like that? Should we do that?
We're gonna set that up for next time so we can have it like be on screen and
Yeah,
stuff.
on screen and everything.
But
yeah.
I think let's kind of just wrap up with a general like, what's the plan here? What's
Yeah.
what's
Overview.
That's
Midnight
important.
Central all about?
Mm.
So, Just streamer team. We're gonna be making content. We're gonna be releasing videos probably about once or twice a week at the beginning here. Setting up scheduled events and games and podcasts and stuff like this. I think we want to do like a late night talk show sometime soon, maybe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for real.
And
Gotta play games together too.
We're a group of friends.
Yes. Play
So-
games.
Yeah.
Odoron. Also, Las Vegas.
Hey, you get your fucking ass over here.
Yeah,
Make sure you
they-
bring this bitch with you.
They want to go to Vegas and record adventures and stuff, and we're all,
Santa Monica Pier,
peek.
baby.
yeah, we're pretty much all gonna be at TwitchCon.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
we'll be
Mm.
IRL streaming. We'll be doing meetups and hangouts and stuff. So if you're going to TwitchCon, make sure you're following the Twitter, Midnight Central. And also, I think we'll kind of end it off here. But the intro video it ended on a very specific character.
Could she be?
A vector that people might not have recognized before.
Yeah.
Could that possibly be our mascot?
Interesting theory.
I think so.
That we will be releasing lots of designs and pictures of very soon. Mrs. What's her name again?
Miss
Midnight.
It's
Midnight.
No,
midnight.
it's just midnight.
Midnight.
Not doing the Chan.
Midnight.
It's just midnight.
I'm gonna keep
MID,
calling you Midnight
MID.
Johnny. You're
Delete
kidding me.
that.
Ew, what is that?
Delete that.
Well, that's
Okay. Okay.
that's about all we've got here for today. Next, no set date on the next video release, but podcast should be going out at the same time, usually every week. So I think Fridays is what works best for us, right?
Yeah.
Friday, same time,
All right.
same place, baby.
I think this is where we sign off, right?
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
We'll be
Thanks
signing
for
off.
watching, guys.
Sign
Thank
us
you for
off, Jack.
checking out the first podcast.
Drink Arizona. Drink Arizona. Drink Arizona. Drink Arizona.
We'll see you
Pod
guys.
gets sponsored by Arizona.
Yeah. Also,
Catch you guys very soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Watching.
Hey.
Yay!